all of these big deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is, TG Jakes, any of them. All lies will be exposed. That's all. Now, I've had to turn down $50 million 4 times. 4 times, just to protect my integrity and that virgin hole I was telling you about. Right, because P. Diddy be wanting the body. And you gotta tell him no. You got to tell him no. I did.
Did Katt Williams just reveal that Diddy offered him over $50 million to do something inappropriate?
Because in 30 years, I've done nothing but collect information, knowledge, and your secrets.
Rumor has it that Katt Williams was one of many people Diddy tried to take advantage of at those wild parties. Apparently, Diddy was so eager to get access to Katt that he even offered him over $50 million for 10 years of unrestricted access to his body. But here's the shocking part. Diddy allegedly included a clause in the contract allowing him and his party friends to sleep with Katt without any protection, lube, or baby oil. It was all about degrading him and doing things raw. According to Katt, he has all the evidence to back this up and is ready to hand it over to the feds whenever they ask. As most of you probably know by now, Diddy is sitting in prison after Homeland Security arrested him for trafficking and transporting unsuspecting workers into the U.S. for his infamous parties. Right now, he's facing up to 100 years behind bars, and things just got worse for him. A judge recently denied his bail, even though he offered $50 million, along with his and his mom's multi-million-dollar mansions in Miami and his passport, and even the passports of all his kids, including his 1-year-old who just came into the world.
This man put up a $50 million bond. $50 million bond. And the judge still said, you're denied. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. You're going to jail. You're finna be in chains. Out of all the news today, I think I'm still stuck on this $50 million bond because if you look at the fact that in California, the average bail amount for is $2 million and your bond amount is 10% of that, right? So that's $200,000. And you can pay your bond by putting up your house, putting up your assets, whatever the case may be. But this man paid off an $18 million home and the judge still said, nah, you gonna sit in jail. I've talked about this before, but I'm gonna say it again. I don't care what you have. I don't care what your life looks like. I don't give what other people have. I really don't. Because what did you do to get it? How did you end up in the position that you're in? Because the fact of the matter is, if you did something dirty to get where you are, you will have to pay the debt of your transgressions. You will have to pay it in full. It might not be on this side. It might be on the other side. But you will never escape the return on the investment that you made to get where you are. And the return on your investment might be jail. I'm just so shook. Like, you put up a $50 million bond and they said, nah, that ain't gonna work.
According to his indictment, released a day after his arrest, the charges against Diddy go all the way back to 2008. He managed to avoid getting caught for so long because he wasn't running the operation alone. Besides having powerful people backing him, he also had several hotels across the U.S. on his payroll, along with others who helped silence his victims, sometimes allegedly even them. The indictment states that Diddy was the head of a criminal enterprise involved in trafficking, forced labor, interstate transportation for illegal purposes, kidnapping, arson, bribery, and obstruction of justice. It said that Diddy used force, threats, and intimidation to make women engage with male workers during these freak-off parties he organized and filmed, producing numerous videos. These bizarre events would often last for days, with victims needing IV fluids to recover from the extreme activities. But it gets even worse. Many of these victims were flown into the U.S. against their will and forced to participate in horrific acts. To make it easier to violate their bodies, Diddy and his crew used large amounts of lubricants and baby oil. During a raid at Diddy's house a few months ago, these items were found as evidence. According to the feds, they found videos of the events, over 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lubricant, and several weapons, including 3 AR-15s with scratched-off serial numbers, in Diddy's Miami bedroom closet. This was a huge breakthrough for the case because, for a while, it seemed like it would just end with lawsuits and Diddy wouldn't face jail time. Many people who had spoken out against Diddy in the past, including Cassie and Jaguar Wright, were brought back into the conversation. One person that people couldn't help but mention was Katt Williams. Earlier this year, Katt warned that 2024 would be the year of truth-telling, and he wasn't wrong. In his now famous interview with Shannon Sharpe, Katt specifically predicted that Diddy would be exposed this year. A clip from that interview is circulating now, where Katt claims Diddy offered him over $50 million. Not once, not twice, but 4 different times to participate in these freak-off parties.
Big deviance is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is. TG Jakes, any of them. All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way. The truth is the light. Because the people want to know, well, why would he get blackballed?
Yeah,
because in 30 years, I've done nothing but collect information, knowledge, and your secrets. So if you and a man was in a corner doing something you wasn't supposed to be doing,
you will tell it.
No, somebody come to tell me.
Okay.
I gather that. I value that. I'll pay for that. Come, tell me. I know so many things I shouldn't know, and they all know it. They all know it. Why? Because you don't make me the villain. Not the guy that raises black children and ain't never done a hard in his life and don't have no stories of doing nobody dirty.
You might be wondering why Diddy would offer Katt such a huge amount of money multiple times. Well, it turns out Diddy was trying to recruit Katt to be a power bottom for these wild parties. Katt said he turned down the offers and made sure to avoid any of Diddy's parties as a way to protect himself.
Now, I've had to turn down $50 million 4 times. 4 times. Just to protect my integrity and that virgin hole I was telling you about. Right. Because P. Diddy be wanting to party. And you gotta tell him no. You got to tell him no. I did. I did. See, I got the receipts for everything I'm telling you. That's why I can say I'm so... Because I'm favored by God. Like, when I see people's wives and stuff, I don't even look at them. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to look at nothing I don't want to have. Because I know how blessed I am. If I look at it, I got it. That's how Diddy be feeling.
Come on, man.
Katt also mentioned that Diddy wasn't the only one who tried to pressure him into becoming a power bottom. He revealed that Harvey Weinstein once blatantly demanded that he perform a S-act on him in exchange for a movie role, but Katt refused.
They canceled me for talking about Harvey Weinstein before the thing came out, but he offered to suck my in front of all my people at my agency. What am I supposed to do? He did all of that. I'm thinking I'm the only black person on the script. I get there, it's 3 other black guys on there. Woo. Huh.
So you wonder what they did to get there?
I told him no. What y'all do? And this is why when I walk in a room, heads go down.
Katt also recalled a time when Ice Cube and the producers of Friday After Next wanted him to film a scene where he'd be essayed by Terry Crews, thinking it would be humorous. Katt shut them down, saying he refused to do it because there's nothing funny about essay.
What I'm saying if I did it and I did a good job at it, you can thank me. I was involved.
Right.
I'm not gonna come later on and tell you, I never even read the whole script. So how you know what roles? What? What do you mean you never read the... These guys' whole job is to present something, unfortunately. And I'm just not a presenter. If you ask me a question, I'm just gonna tell you the truth of how it went. The Money Mike in the original script got in the bathroom, and that's what Ricky Smiley was okay with. Katt Williams had to take the risk in front of the studios and the cast and our powers that be in his very first movie and say respectfully, humbly, guys, if we're talking about anything else, I have no credibility and I have no pull. But we're talking about comedy,
right,
where I have all the credibility and all the pull. The problem with Friday After Next is we're trying to make a classic comedy. And this comedy involves a and is never funny, no matter who it happens to or what the circumstances are. If you would allow me to allow us to do this movie without a black man getting in it, I promise you that it will be twice as funny as it would be with him getting. So considering that's the real story, why would you bring up that story? 35 members of the cast and crew have never brought up that Ricky Smiley was gonna play Money Mike. No one ever saw me put on a Santa Claus suit. We got a wardrobe department. They made a Santa Claus suit for me. Why that wasn't in the bloopers? Why? And here's the other thing.
This is wild, and if Katt didn't have the strong morals he does, he could have easily been taken advantage of and passed around in the industry like an object. Some people are even shocked that Katt made it out of these situations alive, because Diddy is known for not letting anyone walk away scot-free, especially after making such offers. He knows they could easily go public about it. Diddy's indictment revealed some disturbing details, like how he would choke, shove, hit, and kick people, leaving them with injuries that could take days or weeks to heal. His employees and associates often kept victims from escaping or tracked down those who tried to leave. He even used explicit recordings as leverage to ensure the women stayed quiet and obedient. Diddy controlled his victims by promising career opportunities, withholding financial support, dictating their appearance, monitoring their health, and controlling where they lived. As criminal charges loomed, Diddy and his associates pressured witnesses and victims to stay silent by offering bribes and spreading false stories. Prosecutors also made shocking claims, accusing Diddy and a co-conspirator of kidnapping someone at Point in December 2011 to facilitate a break-in at another person's home. 2 weeks later, Diddy reportedly set fire to someone's vehicle by slashing its convertible top and throwing in a Molotov cocktail. It's a complete mess, and keep in mind the trial hasn't even started yet. These are just the initial accusations, and once everything is laid out in court, it's only going to get worse for Diddy. As for Katt Williams, he did his part by warning everyone ahead of time, and now he's just sitting back, watching it all unfold. People have plenty of thoughts on this situation. One person commented, "Katt Williams said this would be the year where everything comes to light. The door is open now and more truths need to come out. Diddy isn't alone." Another said, "I've been grossed out by this guy for decades. Big shout out to Cassie for being brave enough to speak up." Someone else added, "The deaths of Kim Porter, Tupac Shakur, and Biggie Smalls, along with the 1999 nightclub incident that Shine took the fall for, these all need to be investigated." But now I want to hear your thoughts. What do you think about Katt exposing Diddy's $50 million freak-off contract? Do you really think Diddy could get 100 years? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to check out this other messy video.